Hey guys, Garrison here, and today I'm going to be showing you an Undead Lair. Now, this is a dungeon, obviously. Where to start? So, a lot of shit going on in this. You pretty much fight a bunch of different undead mobs, like ghosts, these constructs. There's traps, there's some Grim Reapers. There's this, there's that. It drops some pretty good loot here, like Ravenheart and So what you usually want to do is when you start out and you're in this starting room, you just want to kind of zoom out on your mini-map and see where the red dot is. The red dot is Septivus. He is your main quest, and you want to just look for him, and then you want to take the route which you believe is going to take you closest. Now, I'm just doing this solo. It can be easier with more people, especially with the healing class. And I do not recommend soloing this if you do not have any defense potions used on this guy. Now you can see I was wrong here. This just leads to a dead end. So you just turn around and go the other way. So on the last video I made, I was fighting orcs, and I'm making hand motions. That's why I stopped moving. I realized you can't see that, so now you gotta watch out for these guys' attacks, because they can actually be rather strong. 38, and I have max defense, and it does 38 damage and quiets, so it's not fun. Now, it's not deadly either. What you can do is, with these guys, just kind of lead them back into some place you feel comfortable. Don't rush in unless you aren't used to these, because it's not a smart thing to do. You don't want to just run in and be like, oh hey guy, oh my god! That's happened before to me, and it's not fun, it's not funny. Well, maybe the other people with you are laughing their asses off, but you don't want to be laughed at, do you? No. I hope not. That'd be really weird if you do. Now, this isn't the way I need to go. I just want to clear it out a little. Make sure I don't get any guys coming up behind me. You want to avoid that. Now, you want to get rid of the traps. The traps can be rather painful. These guys, each kind shoots a different confusion. And, you want to avoid that, kind of like how I didn't right there. Goodness. I used to be able to take these down within minutes with my old archer. I had coral bow. I had coral bow instead of blood bow. I had Hydra instead of Griffin, and then I had exalted health instead of paramount health. Exalted health is actually pretty good. It adds 140 health, and that can come in handy in a tight situation. Oh goodness. Now, you usually want to try to take out these trapsies before they go off. And if they do go off, oh, okay. Here's something you got to be careful about. Slimes. They do heavy damage, and when you kill them, they spread. As you can see, not a good combination. You want to avoid getting hit as much as possible, because these guys will kill you. There's no ifs, ands, ors, or buts about it. You will die if you decide to just run into a group of those head on. Nothing will prevent that. Maybe a knight with max defense and abyssal armor. Now remember, max defense on a knight is 40. That's 15 more than the normal max defense for any class. And not only is it a pain in the butt to max, but it's extremely helpful, because those are the guys you see run right up to a cube god and just give it a little kiss and it's dead. My friend told me that you can usually... Here, I'm going to take this route. That, like, I think it's 50 or 60 something defense, you can actually take on cube gods pretty easily. Ow. Now I'm gonna try my best not to fuck up here. Just I know it can be very educational for you guys, but I'm gonna avoid it because I'd rather not lose this guy. I mean, this guy's 3 out of 8. When you see someone in a chat or like they're trying to brag, and you see something like this, 3/8, 8, not 9, 8, then that usually means that they are 3 stats out of 8 maxed. Like right now, I am 3/8. And it may look like there's only 6: speed, attack, vitality, wisdom, dex, and defense. But you can also max health and mana. Now, those are a pain in the butt to max. Life, you use life pots on this. Life pots are worth 7 defense. They're not only expensive, but you have to, if you want to get them yourself, you kind of have to fight in one of the hardest dungeons there is, if not the hardest dungeon there is. You can argue that Ocean Trench is harder than Tomb of the Ancients, but really the main reason people think Ocean Trench is harder is because if you run out of oxygen, since you are underwater, you only have a limited supply, and you have to constantly resupply. If you run out of oxygen, your health steadily decreases. So I'm gonna start taking on this guy, but yeah. So you want to take out this guy's minions first. These little balls are armor piercing, so no matter what your defense is, it will take out 75 health. Now, one thing I always do, I always take it off center, and that'll help me because I can see where he is, and I can be a good distance away. Now, you got to be careful with this guy because on his second wave of attack, he shoots confusion at you, and he has a bunch of little things flying around which do pretty good amount of damage, and they quiet you. Now, you don't want to be quieted, but it's not a bad thing. At this point, you just kind of want to lead them around him. If you have an armor piercing or an enemy piercing class like the archer, which I personally believe is the best class to use against him, you can just circle and just like that. And this guy drops wisdom. Now, wisdom pots, or wisdom potions, in case you are new to the whole terminology slang for Realm of the Mad God. Wisdom, it's how fast this regenerates. So I have 35. I can go to 36. Now the max wisdom for an archer is actually 50. I'm just gonna go off all the max stats except for health, which I'm not sure. I think max health is 750 or 720, and then max MP is 250, I believe, something like that. Attack is 75, speed is 50, vitality is 75, which really sucks because vitality is expensive. Defense is 25, dexterity is 50, and then wisdom is 50 as well. Now, I had a character that was 5'8". I had wisdom, speed, attack, defense, and dexterity. That was an amazing guy. I ended up losing him due to a a Grand Sphinx. Not the funnest way to lose him. His shotgun caught me off guard, and boom, just like that, I lost my guy with 950 base fame. I ended up getting 1,600 or something fame. It was pretty good. But yeah, so this has been Fort Garrison, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you would like more how-tos, walkthroughs, or something like that, just send me, I don't know, leave it below in the comments, and yeah, this has been Fort Garrison. I will see you guys later.